So, are you being realistic? The reason I say that to you is because one of the things that always crops up for me, and for I think for a lot of people who are like starting out in business or setting goals for themselves, is that you'll kind of talk to somebody you know about your idea, and then generally what will happen is that there'll be something in the back of your head kind of looking for, how realistic is this idea? Or, how attainable is it? And what steps can I take to get there? And a lot of the time that just gives you, shall we say, maybe slightly better than wherever you're at. And one of the things I really wanted to hit home for you guys today is just to say that I think we should be completely unrealistic. But the whole point is we're all here for a finite amount of time. And I think we should go after whatever it is we want out of that. And then if you're willing to actually be unrealistic and to actually not look for approval from others, that's the hardest part for me, is that if I'm trying to do something and I'm not entirely sure what it is, that I didn't really want to talk about it. And if you're not in a good space of mind yourself, like if you haven't completely committed to whatever that goal is, then it's hard. Well, it was hard for me to talk to other people about it. And that one of the things that really cropped up for me this week was just that thing of, are you asking people for help? Because you've got a lot of resources around you. You've got your friends, your family, your loved ones, and they're all really important to you. And that if you're going to isolate yourself from them and not talk about that thing that's really important to you, that's probably not the best idea to set yourself up for a win. So if you can actually bring that around a little bit and actually sit down with them and just say, look, this is the plan. I'm planning on setting up an internet marketing business. This is what I want from it. The reason I want this is so I could spend more time with you, socializing and having a bit of time with my friends and quality time. And that I know that I've been a bit distant lately, and the reason I'm doing this is what I want. This is my goal. And if you're actually willing to sit down with those people in your life who are important and have those conversations, that's the big thing. Because if you don't sit down and have those conversations, they don't know what's going on. And it means they'll wonder about you, they'll have thoughts and wonders about you, you'll have thoughts and wonders about them, and neither of you will really know what's going on with the other person. Whereas if you sit down and say, this is what I'm trying to do, it's going to require a good bit of work over the next, whatever it is, amount of time, and then you just say that to me, say, look, I want you to really know that I care about you, I want to spend time with you, and that's why I'm doing this. And it may mean in the short term that I don't get to see you as much. But it's really important to me, and it's really important for me to get where I want to go so I can spend more time with you and be present. And actually be here and have that conversation and be engaged. And that leads to a completely different outcome. It means the other person isn't wondering whether you like spending time with them anymore. You're not wondering whether they're kind of gotten sick of you at this stage because they haven't seen you in ages. It just means you can keep that dialogue open. And that's the most important thing, is being willing to kind of step out there a little bit and kind of say, this is what's going on, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what it's going to mean. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work, but that's my goal. And I'm doing this so that I can spend more time with you guys. Nobody's going to have a problem with that. Granted, some people will want to see you more, but that's the whole reason you're doing this, is it so you can spend more time with those people. So that's just really what I wanted to say, is just that if you have a goal, if you have a mission, if you have whatever it is, sit down with the people who you see a lot, or sit down with those people that are important in your life, have that conversation with them. Tell them you need them, tell them you miss them, and just have that conversation. And say, this is where we're going, can I have your help, can I count on you? Completely changes the ballgame.